Hey guys, Dino Zero. Well, I received the SilverFire Hunter Biomass Cookstove from Lowbuck in the mail the other day, and I figured let's put it to the test and see what we can do with it and see how it works and what it's all about. I've never used one of this before, so it's going to be a new experience. I know it looks all shiny and pretty, I know that. And I've got it sitting right next to the Stove Tech, which we all know is a workhorse around here. You can tell by the looks of it that we use it a lot. So maybe we will be able to add this to the outdoor kitchen if it works the way that it's supposed to work. And we'll see what's going on. A couple of things that I do like about it right off the bat is the handles on this are a lot more sturdy than the little small wire handles on the Stove Tech. And it's a lot lighter, and it's I don't know, it seems to be very, very well made and very well put together. So we'll see here. Let's finish putting it together, which was going to include on this Hunter model here, it's going to come with these little chimney and this little chimney adapter here, which goes onto the back like that, and then your chimney sections, I guess starting with the big one first, fit onto that. There we go. Now I assume we just put the rest of them on here. Oh, there's numbers on them. Look, ha! Numbers on them. 1. So I guess 2 is next. Look there. Ha! 3 and 4. Alright. So now we've got the chimney assembled. And that is what it looks like with the chimney on it. Now, Lowbuck had mentioned in his video that you could use this thing as a heater. I don't see it happening. This thing is pretty small. And any kind of fire that you have inside the burn chamber here is going to be a pretty small fire, and it's going to be localized heat just for cooking. You may get a little bit of residual heat out of this thing if you're using it, you know, in a tent or an ice fishing shack or something like that. But it may be enough to give you a little residual heat out of that. But I don't see it heating up like, you know, my house. So I definitely wouldn't depend on it to put any kind of heat in the house if it was cold. I do believe what the chimney is designed for is so that you can use it inside. What I would do is to put it on the stove top and then run the chimney up through the vent of the hood of the stove. As what I would do, or if you were in a tent, you could cut a hole and reinforce your hole that you cut it through and run the smoke up out of the tent or the little shack or something like that. But that is what I think that chimney's for, so that you can use it on the inside, and I definitely will at some point, and we'll see how it goes. So now this is a biomass fuel top loading updraft stove, T-LUD, which means you load everything into your burn chamber first, and then you light your fire and it burns down, and it utilizes all the gases. You see the holes on the inside where the gas escape, the relight up around this area here, which is what I'm assuming is going to happen, so that it burns all of the fuel that's available, including the gas, as cleanly and as efficiently as possible. So I've got a few sticks that I collected from around the yard here, some of these bigger ones here, that I'm going to go ahead and put into the bottom of the burn chamber. Try to get them broke up to about the right size that we want them. Now, according to the website and according to Todd Albee, who I've spoken with on the phone, the ideal fuel size for this is between 1/4 and 1/2 inch sticks. So we'll see, but we'll definitely put it to the test. Now I'm going to put in a few of these smaller sticks into the burn chamber. You see, I don't have very many that I'm starting with here, so I'm really going to see how efficient this thing is. Put some of these smaller sticks into the burn chamber. And biomass, by the way, means anything that'll burn, whether it be paper, even, you know, like rabbit manure and goat manure, cow manure, anything that is a grazing animal, you can dry out the manure and use it as fuel in this kind of burner. And I know people will be like, ooh, that makes it taste like poop. Well, no, it doesn't. If you're cooking, yeah, if you put a grate over this and cook a steak over flaming poop, yeah, it's probably not going to be a good idea. However, if you're cooking using a vessel of some sort of pan or the wok that comes, they sell along with this, that burning manure is only a heat source. You're not going to get any kind of flavor out of it, but it burns good and it burns hot because it's pretty much just compressed and compacted grass and bushes and stuff. Alright, now I'm going to put in some of these, when we eat corn on the cob, some of these corn leaves and the silk and stuff like that, and a cob or two, put that in there into the burn chamber. And then I do believe I'm going to top it off with a little bit of some shredded paper. Let me set the camera down here for a second. Just rip up some paper. Put it in there to start the fire. And we'll see how well it starts and how well it burns. So I'll put some of this paper right on top. We want to open up this little door down here, this ventilation door, so that it's all the way open to start it with. And let's just see if we can get a fire going here. Now, Todd had told me to, once you get your fire going, to let it burn for about 5 minutes or so to get the fire good and established and to get the updraft and everything working. And you can see the smoke coming out of the top right now, just because that's burning paper in the top part. But you can also see that there's smoke coming out of the chimney area. So let's just give it a second here to catch up. And once we get this fire going real good after a couple minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alrighty, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but oh, now it's starting to smoke again. It's been burning for about 5 minutes, and you can see that the flame comes up through the middle. I need to get without getting burned here. It comes up through the middle, and it comes up around the end where it's burning off the gases and stuff. Those corn husks and the corn cobs that I was using was still a little bit moist. We're getting a lot of smoke, but we're getting a lot of smoke out of the chimney as well. So if I was using this inside, I wouldn't, of course, be wanting to use something that was a little bit damp still. This is but it is what it is. It's still doing a pretty good job of burning clean and burning hot. So what I'm going to do now that it's going pretty good is I'm going to put a couple more of the bigger sticks into the burn chamber that we have here, and I am going to just put a pot of water on there. I want to know how long this thing will take to boil a gallon of water. For me, having a large family, if we're ever in an emergency, I'm going to need a lot more than just a couple of cups of clean water. I'm going to need quite a bit of water. So, and that's a pretty good universal test on how well something works, is how long does it take to boil a little bit of water. And the Yankee Prepper did a video on, I think it was the SilverFire Survivor or something like that, the stove that he got. He did a really good test on it, and then showed himself cooking. But so like I say, I'm just going to put a few more sticks here into the burn chamber. Yeah, a lot of heat coming out. And I'm going to take this pot right here. Let me get over here better. You can see that in there. Yeah, I'm going to take this big, just a regular old like spaghetti pot, and I've got a gallon jug of water here. put it on here and see what happens. Oh, that fits on there pretty perfectly. It almost makes a seal around the bottom, and I can still hear the fire crackling in there. And now we've got all of the still got the door wide open here. So let me see how long this takes to get this water boiling, and I'll get back with you. I don't really know what time it is. I'll run in and see what time it is, and then I'll let you guys know. I don't wear a watch. I don't have a watch or anything, so you guys, I guess you'll just have to take my word for it. But I'll keep it on this water, and I'll let you know when it starts boiling. Alrighty, I went inside and got my phone here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, but my phone says it's 4:05 in the PM. So let me, I'll show you again whenever it starts boiling. We just now started it, so. Well, I see still quite a bit of smoke that's coming out of the chimney there. You see it's coming up through the chimney. There's nothing coming out around where the pot is, but I wonder if there's still fire underneath there. I'm gonna lift that thing up real quick and see if it didn't go out, and if it's just smoldering or what. Whoa, nope. You see that big old flame coming out of there? Awesome. Well, so there you go. I guess we just have to put it on there, and if you can hear your fire going in the box, and it's not hot, it's not unbearable hot, I can touch it. Pretty good insulation job. But that'll get taking some use to, get used to that, just knowing that the fire is going under there. And I guess as long as you see smoke coming out of the chimney, your fire's still going. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this down to where it's just not going to breathe all the way, but about right there where it can still breathe a little bit, but not all the way. And we'll let it go. Alrighty, we are right at 10 minutes, 4:15. That's 10 minutes. You still see some the heat and the smoke coming out of the chimney. Got lots of steam, and the bubbles starting to form on the bottom of the pot. So I don't expect it to be too much longer for this thing's at a rolling boil. I'll tell you what's nice, something that I like about it a lot already, is unlike the StoveTech unlike the StoveTech, you don't have to sit here and babysit this thing. You put your, you fill up your combustion chamber, you light your fire, and then you walk away. You can walk away from it and let it do its thing without having to sit here and keep babysitting it, and keep pushing your sticks in a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further. That takes up a lot of time when you're using the StoveTech and those kind of stoves to cook with. Sitting there, always tending the fire, keep pushing your sticks in a little bit. It does get aggravating, especially when it starts raining and stuff on you. This thing here, I am really digging the fact that I throw some wood into the combustion chamber there, and I walk away. So, and it's burning pretty clean. There's not a whole lot of smoke coming out of it. All you can see is like the heat mirage and a little bit of smoke. But you can tell by the way that pot's steaming that there's definitely some heat going on underneath there. Even though you can't see the fire, it's definitely there. So, and like I said, I don't expect this is going to be very much longer before we get a full boil going, and we are at the 10-minute mark. So I will get right back with you. Alrighty. That says 4:20 in the PM. So what's that been? 15 minutes? And we are now, I don't know if you can see how well you can see that, we are at a really good boil. That means in 15 minutes I can have a gallon of potable water from the creek, or from the pool, or from the rain catch, wherever we get the water from. That is going to be safe to drink, safe to cook with, and I don't think that's too bad considering it's just burned that little bitty pile of sticks that I had. I went ahead and I closed up the front all the way. I went ahead and closed this all the way because around here on the back, See those air vents right there? It gets plenty of air to keep a nice good burn going just using those vents. And this one here in the front, it just kind of gives it a kickstart. If your fire starts to go dead, or you're cooking something that takes a while to cook and you add more fuel, then you can open up this back up to where it can get that flow of air to go ahead and start it up. But I'm curious to know something here. Let me take this pot off of the let's see if it's still burning in here. See if I can get a look in there without melting the camera. Still got some sticks. Still got a lot of heat coming out of there. Just that little bitty pile of sticks and those few corn leaves and bits of paper gave me a long enough burn to get this water boiling hard, so that we can cook with. And I do believe, hang on a second, like I said, we can put this back on here, go ahead and cook spaghetti with it, put some more fuel in the burn chamber, and yeah, I'm liking it. I think this is going to make a great addition to the outdoor kitchen here. I think this will make a great outdoor addition to anybody's camping gear, because I mean, for what it's worth, right now this thing has, you know, the J&O seal of approval on it. Bubba, thank you very much, Lowbuck, for sending this to me, man. This is, I think I'm gonna dig this. Like I say, man, you can pack that thing, that combustion chamber full, and then just walk away from it for, you know, 25-30 minutes and not have to come back to keep babysitting on the wood. Just drop more in there. I like that. I don't like being tied down if something's going on. You know, we can do other things while we're cooking still. So there you go, guys. So far, the SilverFire Hunter does what it says it's supposed to do. In my opinion, I burned very little bit of fuel to get that water boiled and cleaned, and that's more than hot enough to go ahead and cook noodles in, or do whatever it is that we wanted to do with it. So I appreciate it very much, Lowbuck. Thank you very much, Todd Albee. I'll leave a link in the bottom where you guys can go and check these things out. And I think there's a promo code with this one too. I think it's SilverFire1, but I'll put it in the description box too. So, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. This gets a big thumbs up from me, and try it out. Add it to your camping gear. Add it to your you know, your preps, your outdoor kitchen. If you have one like me, a grill. And a grilling area outside, go ahead and grab one of these and add it, you know, that way you can cook everything outside. So y'all have a great day. God bless in the end. Buzz, the end.